Hello everyone and welcome to my slot of the Midweek Madness Trenton Classic Day. We're going to be showing off the West Coast Mainline Trent Valley by, I believe it's Thompson Interactive who does this one. So let's jump straight into the 350. Right, we are in the 350. So good afternoon, it's a beautiful day on the West Coast Mainline, but the line is as busy as ever. Please direct the train ahead to clear the next section and then proceed into Stafford Station. Have a nice day. How very nice of it. And yeah, big thanks to Dovetail Gamers for giving us the opportunity to show off, well, another Train Sim Classic route and just another route for the event. So let's get going. Let me quickly get that. I've got my stop formation reminder here as well. So 4 coaches. Well, I think we're 4 coaches. No, we're not 4 coaches. That was I thought we might have been, but no, we are I think 8. Right, let's get this set up. That's already on, so we'll do that. Headlights. Just cheekily do it by pressing H. There we go, and I think we're probably ready to go. I don't think you can use. No, you can't use that. Oh, we got a shed. Nice. Right. Yeah. Hopefully the audio's all good. And let's go. Hope it's at an all right level. We are out of here. One thing about this 350, it doesn't actually have any passenger view. As this is, I think this one's a slightly older one in the game. Yeah, I think it's a slightly older one, this one. Because yeah, this is the Thompson Interactive 350. And there's quite a big difference as well between the DTG and the Thompson Interactive one. This one literally has cheese brakes. The brakes are just horrible to use. And you've got no branding as well. No biggie. Off we go. Yeah, London Euston. So we're going down to Rugby. This is, well, as I said, the Trent Valley part of the route. So we've got Stafford, Nuneaton, Rugby. That's literally it. Just that. So let's have a look at the map. We are there at the moment. So actually, I suppose at the moment we are actually on, I suppose, I don't know what part of the West Coast Mainline this bit is. But technically at the moment we're not on the Trent Valley. Once we get sort of off the junction of this bit, then we're on the Trent Valley. I don't know what this bit would be called actually. Because obviously this is the bit what goes up to, I suppose, towards Crewe. Someone will know. As we approach Stafford. And I think there's also announcements on this one as well. So that'll be cool. Let's pop in that down. I've got a single yellow.
This is the limited stop service for London Euston, calling at Stafford, Nuneaton, Rugby and London Euston only.
Boom.
The next stop is Stafford.
That'd be a very
Please
quick 350,
remember to take all your luggage and personal
Rugby
belongings
and then
with you
London
when
Euston.
leaving the train.
There you go, there's one of the announcements. It's quite cool to have, isn't it? That goes off automatically. Pop it down even more. There we go. Cool. But that'd be a very quick service, wouldn't it? Does some of them maybe do that? Where it's Rugby then London Euston? No, surely not. Maybe. So I'm not too familiar with the West Coast Mainline. I'm quite alright, I'm fairly good with the East Coast Mainline though. The West Coast Mainline is like a whole different world. There's our stop marker. Just a tiny bit. But see, I said that the brakes are cheesy. Let's get the let's get the doors open. Could be worse. So we're pretty quick on this one. Staffordshire University, the home of great minds. Does anyone go to Staffordshire University watching? You have a great mind. Oh wow, that is an old DLC, that one. The Glasgow Airport Rail Link. Wow. think it's actually a fictional one as well. It doesn't exist, but it's like a, you know, it sort of what's the saying, what it could be. Right, our next up is Nuneaton. We have got a guard as well. Probably should have whacked it into neutral. Oh well. And we're off. It is at Nuneaton next, which is in probably quite a while. Yeah, 36 miles. And then to Rugby we've got 51 miles. Although we finish in 55 miles. So it's quite a yeah, I think it said about 55 minutes this one. But off we go. There we are, the up service. Although we go quite quick though. What is the top speed of the 350? 110 miles an hour. Oh, hang on, can we use this? What's this all about? Oh, I didn't realise we could use some of that. We'll definitely have to have a play around with that. Driver ID. Oh, can we not? Oh no, you can. Ooh, that's fun. Okay, I didn't realise you could do that. Well, there we go. You learn something new every day on Train Sim Classic. Start speeding up in a second. And let's go. So she's already 75. So that then goes off. Well, that bit. Yeah, I'm assuming that's the bit that goes off towards Birmingham. I suppose this is sort of like the Birmingham bypass, like what it is. So you can just completely skip out Birmingham. There we go. We're off. Up to 90. I don't know, what is the service pattern of this part of the route? I'm assuming maybe the longer distance Avanti services completely skip out Birmingham, but maybe the ones to Liverpool, maybe they stop at Birmingham. Guessing. There we go. And up to 90 as well, so relatively quick. Looks like we're on the up slow at the moment. There we go. We're on our way. So we're passing quite a few stations, and we'll also be passing Lichfield Trent Valley, which if that station doesn't ring a bell, is the one from the Cross City line on Train Sim World. Oh, and on Train Sim Classic as well. You should also get the Cross City line on here as well, in London Midland livery. Oh, we've got another freight train there. Containers on it and a few empty ones as well. So try and get a nice shot of it as we sort of fly past it. There you go. So yeah, quite an old train in the game, this one. Or this rendition of the train. And so you have got the Dovetail Games one on the West Coast Mainline South, which is much better. Although it doesn't have announcements, but it is, you know, you get passenger view and all that sort of funky stuff. Number 66, freight corridor through here. Yeah, nice fun part of the West Coast Mainline. Also, I suppose quite a remote part of it. I know it's not too remote. There's quite a few stations along here, but not, you know, in the big hustle and bustle sections. Just, don't know, a bit quieter, I suppose, ish. Yeah, I'm sure there's been lots of fun routes shown in the event so far. But yeah, I just thought we'd come and do some Trent Valley, as I know it doesn't really get shown off too much. And it's quite a fun route. I mean, who doesn't like the West Coast Mainline? Although I must admit I do like the East Coast Mainline more, but people love the West Coast Mainline. Into the big tunnel. And then we've got a 110 coming up as well. So a relatively quick service. Well, Still takes us like 50 minutes, but quickish. So it's a minute a mile-ish. Okay. Let's have a look on the map. Yeah, so we are up there still. So coming up to... What's this one here? Rugeley Town. I know I've said that wrong. And then you got Rugeley there. Whereas that one's Rugeley, Trent Valley, isn't it? Which is sort of the other cross-city line of Birmingham. I think it's the end of the Snow Hill lines. Could be wrong there. Could be wrong. My knowledge of lines round here is slightly more limited. Some other tracks joining up there. And yeah, up to 110. Nice. Nice and quick. I've got to wait for the back of the train. There we go. Perfect. And up we go. That's a good question though. What type of Desiro do you like more? Do you like DC Desiros? And I'll count the no, I won't count the 700. Or shall I? Nah, I won't. Yeah, DC Desiro. So we'll say basically the 450 and the 444. Or do you like AC Desiros being the 350? What do you prefer more? Well, I was saying that the 350s, I think they used to have a third rail sheet. I think they used to run down towards East Croydon. Well, not anymore, not for quite a long while. But I think I did hear that they used to have a third rail sheet, which allowed them to go on the West London line. As we race our way along. Is that another shed already? Oh no, it's another Desiro. Got the orange army there. Can we open the window? Yeah, can't on this one. I think this route came out back in 2015. Yeah, so I remember it quite well being advertised. Was that sort of when I not first started playing Train Sim Classic? That was 2014. But remember sort of when I was playing it on really low settings, you know, low graphics, it used to lag quite a bit. I remember just seeing, yeah.
Smoking is prohibited on this service. This includes the toilets which are fitted with sensitive smoke alarms.
Oh, that's good to know. There we go. We all know now. But I remember seeing it advertised quite a bit all the way back then. So yeah, 2015 I think this one came out. Cool. Yeah, so we do have announcements on this one. Right, we have got a neutral section coming up, so we are very soon going to pop that down. Let's actually coast it now. Coast through the neutral section. It should be coming up fairly soon. Wait and see the neutral section board signs. Can't be too far off. Will be somewhere around here. Oh, here it is here. There you go. Speed that back up. So speeding up again. We did lose a bit of speed then when we were coasting. Oh, can we also change the destination using this? Let's have a look. Can we use that? Oh, we can. We're going to Watford Junction now. Anything above Watford Junction is the north. To me, at least. Okay, yeah, you've got quite a few bits and bobs on there. Birmingham New Street, Nuneaton. You can see that changes it on the outsides on the screens. Could trick customers, but oh, hang on, it's changed back. They didn't like us tricking customers. The guard was probably looking at the other end thinking, what on earth's going on? What's that there? Another 350, or is that the back of a freight train? I think it's a 350. Yeah, I think it's a 350. Probably get there, it will be a freight train. Something on the right there, what's that? Oh, that's a shed. Really rapidly going on at the moment though. Lovely. So yeah, massive long gaps between the stations on this service. How far are we off Nuneaton now? 21 miles still. We're due there at 35 past. So we've got, well, quite some time just to sightsee. Well, after that it's a bit smaller of a gap than after that 15 miles between Nuneaton and Rugby, which, well, won't take too long. I should have taken a screenshot then. Oh well. What's the next station coming up? Let's have a look. Next one is going to be... It's got little tiny ones on here as well. Oh, Lichfield, there we go. Lichfield, Trent Valley, the next one coming up. So yeah, if you've played the Cross City line, then you'll probably be quite familiar with it. That'd be cool to see it on here. It should be in, well, I suppose it'll be an unbranded London Midland, you'll see it in. Yeah, coming up to that. It's 350. So you've got a bit of a yard here as well. Let's get a flyby shot. Let's whiz ahead and watch it flying through. Nice. Up here you've then got the Cross City line. Let's get that back on. Not a good idea to have that off on this route. But yeah, the Cross City line is on Train Sim Classic as well. It's it released back in... Oh, when did the Cross City first release the Train Sim Classic? I don't know why 2019 rings a bell, but no, I think it was 2020 or 2021. No, 2020 I think. Or was it 2021? One of those two. So it's still relatively new to Train Sim Classic. Yeah, whizzing along. What's the next one after that? Next one after that is going to be... Oh, we've got a freight train coming up to Grangemouth. We've then got Tamworth. There's another freighter. It's its way up. Cool. Should be greens basically all of the way. It did say the line was busy, but probably not for us. And we won't see any Pendolinos either on this route. I think the route only includes the 350 and the 66. But if you do get the route, there is many scenarios available on the Steam Workshop and other sources as well. Other websites where you can download scenarios which probably have the 390 on. Cool. We're going over there. There's a river there. Well, quite a big river actually. That was. Yeah, Thompson Interactive does actually have quite a few good releases for Train Sim Classic. I think the most recent one was the Glasgow subway. which I know was quite popular as well. It's the Glasgow subway. It's cool, isn't it? It's a unique little thing. But he's also done the West Highland Line extension. Yeah, I think the West Highland Line extension, which is a very sort of well reviewed route. What's another one I've played of Thompson Interactive? Oh, what's another one? There's a few others as well. Well, I think Thompson Interactive doesn't actually develop anymore. Because I think the Glasgow subway, the only reason why I did that was because, well, the pandemic, so there wasn't really much else to do outside of, I suppose, you know, being inside and gaming and developing. So this is Tamworth. But I suppose that's sort of, you know, that's across the board really for Train Sim Classic, because Train Sim Classic's been out since it's years, over a decade. So quite a lot of developers have come and go. Another one, Master Key Simulations, who did probably one of the best Steam releases for Train Sim Classic, the Class 460. They don't develop stuff anymore. Yeah, it's obviously interactive and no one does anything anymore. I want to say creative rails. I haven't seen anything of theirs for a long time. This is fun overtaking the freight train. Give them a little honk as we go past. There we go. So I was probably wondering what on earth we're doing. Yeah, there's a absolutely massive amount. I mean, that's the really exciting thing about Train Sim Classic. There's so many developers for it. Not everything does get put on the Steam store, but you know, we're not going to mention that. But I suppose on the Steam store, you've got tons of developers who do bits and bobs on there. You've got Just Trains. I'm just a few. Victory Works, who does some fantastic Steam trains. Skyhook Games, I think they've done a few things for Train Sim Classic. Rivet Games, they do stuff for Train Sim Classic, quite a lot of Swiss stuff. Yeah, and that's just to name a few. There's tons and tons of developers. Brandon Cactus Juice, who did the Long Island Railroad. Well, I think that does actually come under the banner of Dovetail Games. Armstrong Powerhouse as well, another really good one. Who's done the very, very good Wherry lines. So yeah, the tons of developers, way more than what you get for Train Sim World currently, I suppose. Union Workshop, that's another one. What was this? What's this station? It's like an abandoned one. What was that? Polesworth. Okay. Yeah, Union Workshop, who does quite a lot of sort of Asian routes, Japanese stuff. Quite recently, the Tokyo commuter route, which was very enjoyable. So yeah, lots going on. I mean, and another one, New Zealand Train Sim. Which yeah, is another sort of advantage of Train Sim Classic over Train Sim World. There's so many more, I suppose, developers, people working on it, third party, and also lots more variety as well. Whilst I'm sure Train Sim World will get to that, you know, level one day. But yeah, a lot of people do sort of put down Train Sim Classic. They say it's sort of the old game, doesn't look as good, but it's got a lot going for it still. Got 105 coming up, and got a 90 after that. Oh, and we do have a double yellow, I think. Well, we'll start slowing down then. I don't know if this is Nuneaton coming up already. No, we've still got about 10 minutes until we get to, well, till we're scheduled into Nuneaton. Okay, we'll start popping that down. Oh, unless it's going to bring us maybe onto the slower lines. It does say platform 4 there, so maybe it's going to pop us onto the slow line. for sort of the final 6 miles into Nuneaton. Might be doing that perhaps. Yeah, we probably don't want to slow down, so it's now a single yellow. just in case that's not the not the reason. Full brake. Just in case it is actually red. That wouldn't be very fun going for a red light. Oh, it is a red as well. I wonder what we're waiting for then. Because I thought we might be coming across maybe onto the slow line, but maybe not. Oh, unless we're waiting for that maybe. Is that maybe coming across? So yeah, slightly harsh braking there. We're all good, we're safe. Not sure. Let's just press tab. Don't know. Okay, there is something ahead. That's always a good way to check to see if it is actually red. Just press tab, or if you can go through, just press tab and it will say either approved or denied. And it was mean and said denied, so we can't go yet. What we're waiting for though. What's in the way of us? Oh, hello. What are you doing there? What's going on? Well, I hope that does start moving. Doesn't look like it's actually activated yet. The headlights aren't on, so I assume that's probably what what it said. Busy. There you go. Now it's going. That'll probably start in a second as well. So we might be a little bit ahead of schedule at the moment. It's a bit cheeky going ahead there. This is Atherstone. Come on, hurry up. So we should probably now have a single yellow. Yep. We're off. So yeah, we're following that into Nuneaton, I suppose. Still take it steady. The next one probably, well, probably won't be, but we shouldn't assume it won't be. So we gotta assume it's going to be a red. So take it nice and careful. And the other train's still sat there. Yeah, single yellow. Okay, all right. Yeah, quite a long stretch. I mean, over half an hour without stopping this one. Well, at a station. Through Atherstone, quite a nice little station. Double yellow. It should get quite a way ahead quite quickly as well. Should. Yeah, big thanks again to Dovetail for giving us the opportunity to spend a bit of time showing off the Trent Valley route. Even more. What's everyone's favourite route on Train Sim Classic? Oh, I'm coming with the questions today. Yeah, what is your favourite route on Train Sim Classic? For me, it would probably be the either the Brighton Mainline. The Brighton Mainline is fantastic, or the East Coast Mainline South. One of those two. But then I do like my sort of third rail. I know the East Coast Mainline isn't third rail, but sort of Thames Link, Southern, all that sort of Great Northern, Gatwick Express, all that sort of stuff. I like that. Get that up even further. There we go. 67, 68. That is going up quite nicely. So we'll probably have to wait for that train to stop at Nuneaton, won't we? Unless we're going into another platform. Which might be the case. Possibly. Well, we continue along for now. What have we got on this one? Single yellow. Ooh, we want to slow down then. Ooh, we don't want to be speeding up too much. Yeah, the brakes are okay, but they're not fantastic on this. Look at that. Oh, single yellow again. Alright. Get that out. So we shouldn't have too far. Yeah, 2.5 miles to Nuneaton. And after that, yeah, not too far to Rugby. So we haven't got actually that much further to go now, really. I mean, about 21 miles, but as opposed to what we have done already, not too much. So that we are now down this end. So yeah, we're over halfway. Probably not just about 3/4 yet. That's another 350. Little 4 coach there. You gotta be joking. What are you doing? Right, we better speed up. I'm not having that. We're on the fast line. You're on the slow line. I am going fast. Competition, eh? Well, actually, what we'll get, we'll try and get a screenshot out of this. If we can, if we can. Oh, we're racing. Probably not the best thing to do, but we are racing. No, not that. Oh god, that one. There we go. Oh, a bit further back now. Nah, that's fine. No, that's not fine. Hang on, we could slow down a little bit. Just so that it catch up a tiny bit. Try and line them up nicely. Come on. Catch up. No, I'm slowing right over that. We've botched that one. Let's go into a red light. Hang on, no, it's catching that. Slowly. We'll have to stop in a sec. When we get out of the station, maybe. Try and get a nice screenshot of them sort of lined up together. And yeah, coming into Nuneaton. It's about time we had
This
the
is
station.
the limited stop service for London Euston. Calling at Nuneaton, Rugby and London Euston only. The next stop is Nuneaton. Please remember to take all your luggage and personal belongings with you when leaving the train.
Thank you, announcer. And basically, if you leave your baggage on the train, it's going to get destroyed. The BTP will be on it. Another nice station, quite a sort of large station as well, isn't it? I thought it was only sort of 4 platforms, but now I think it's 5 or 6. That's with a 390, but I don't see one for us, so we'll just stop here. Oh, it did beat us into the station, I think, unless that's the one ahead of it. I think it was actually the one ahead of it, actually. Here we are. nice. There's another one there. Yeah, that's the other one. Yeah, there you go, Thompson Interactive. The Fort William. I think it is the West Highland Line extension. I mean, that looks beautiful just from that really pixelated image. So we've got a couple of minutes here. Drew out 36. Well, a minute. And only 10 minutes to Rugby, which is now in 14 miles. And we've got to go slightly further past Rugby. It's a really pleasant station, look at that. Go natural interiors. See, I would like to see this on Trains in the World, something like this, where you get sort of, I know sort of Rivet Games sort of like to promote the DLC. But yeah, on sort of DTG routes where you had, you know, like a billboard like this saying, I don't know, and it could update as well, sort of each release. So as the 700's coming out soon, maybe on the billboards it could say Class 700 coming soon. And then when the next DLC is announced, it then updates, I suppose, to the next one. All aboard, everyone, all aboard. We are basically ready to leave. Here comes the other train. Have to wait out there. That one's coming in. Right. Come on, let's get those doors shut. There you go. Right away, next stop is Rugby. Let's go. Let's go full whack on that. Let's try up to 110. Goodbye, other train. See you probably at London, maybe. See the spark? That was really sparking. Oh, we're off. Yeah, 14 miles, there's another one there coming in. Going on to the slower line there. So all the way here now.
Emergency information is displayed throughout this train for your safety.
She's off
Please
again.
take time to read this information and report anything suspicious to a member of the onboard staff.
Oh, there's a neutral section there. Oh, that's naughty. It's fine. Train hasn't done anything silly. We're all good. We're safe. Nuneaton Cemetery side in. Hickley, where's that way go? Bedworth. Where's this one go? Ollie. Probably also Birmingham way still. As we continue our voyage down the Trent Valley. Here in the, I suppose, West Midlands. Got a modern bridge there which went under. Absolutely flying at them, aren't we now? We're passing any stations on this section? Probably. We're going to be passing... No station. No stations till Rugby. We are just fast there. Well, no stops in between. And from looking at the map, I did say there was a freight train ahead, so maybe we might start getting some warnings for that at some point. Probably will. Coming up now, haven't we? Oh no, it's still green for us. Or is, yeah, still green. That's good. Very nice. So yeah, it shouldn't take us long to get there. We've got, well, 10 miles, so 10 minutes really, maybe less than that. They've got a couple of, what do they call that? A power move, don't they? Where you get sort of two locos together being taken somewhere. Nice. It's basically 110 all the way on this route. Hasn't really been many speed changes. I love the Pendo could go faster. As I said, the Pendo's not included with this route. Now there is another part of the West Coast Mainline is included in the West Coast Mainline South. You get a whole horde of trains on there. I think on the West Coast Mainline South you get like the 378, the 377, the 350, I think the 66, the 390. You get a whole horde of trains. It's a very, very long, decent route. Decent route. What are we going over? Oh, we've got a canal there. With the narrow boats. And a 105 coming up. Yeah, not particularly far now. I thought it was going to go into 2 tracks, or will it? Looked like on the map it went into 2 at some point along here. There we go. Oh, there's the freight. Yeah, it must be 3 tracks then. Have some of that freight train. Give him a blast of the horn as we as we get to the front. EPS. Does that be what? Express passenger service? Experiments? No. Probably mirror. So it's probably trying to replicate the less CO2 rail. I think Tesco containers have. I think it's Tesco. Go ready, jump to get ready. Here we go. So it does actually have a license for DRS. Oh, hello. Yeah, you got the direct rail services license as well. Continue to pop that up. So we should soon be joining up with the, well, I suppose the rest of the West Coast Mainline, the bit that goes through Birmingham New Street. We'll be joining up with that again after our little shortcut. Yeah, I think it is quite a considerable amount of time slower going via Birmingham. I think it adds like an extra sort of 20-25 minutes or so. Probably actually more than that. Continue our way south. There we go. Well, it's been about 45 minutes, and the scenario did say I think 50 minutes. I think it was 50. I think it was 50. So can't be can't be too far now. Yeah, 3.5 miles, and we've still got to join up with the other line as well, which might be coming up now actually. Well, not just yet, but fairly soon. And to Rugby, which is a very nice station. And Served us well it has for this journey. Yeah, they cover quite long distances though. Yeah, London Euston up to sort of Crewe, that's, well over, I mean that is over 100 miles. What's that, 150 odd miles or so? Probably more than that. I don't know if it would be the same drive all the way from Crewe to Euston. What's that about? Probably, what, 2-3 hours? If you're doing the sort of slower train, I suppose.
This is the limited stop service for London Euston. Calling at Rugby and London Euston only. The next stop is Rugby. Please remember to take all of your luggage and personal belongings with you when leaving the train.
There we go. And yes, as she did say, we are now approaching Rugby. Let's put that down. Cool. And then yeah, I think we've got to go like an extra sort of 4 miles to a tunnel and then we end there. Which is sort of the definitive end of the route. Here we are. Yeah, it's a really nice station. So we've done this bit quite a bit on the West Coast Mainline South. There we go. And where's our stop? Is that a 4 there? There's a 4 there. 4 to 5. So a bit further up. Might actually be right to the end here, actually. Yeah, I think it will be right to the end. Me getting these types of shots never works out. I always end up overshooting. This brakes on. Oh, it's fine. We are, no, that's fine. That'll do. I mean, yeah. See, I don't like that. Whenever I sort of try and stop in this camera, it never goes well. I suppose you just can't judge it as sort of as best you can in the cab or from the cab. The door's still fine. Oh, still on, so that's fine. Yeah, Rugby. It's very nice. Massive station building as well. Next up will be... Oh, wow. Actually, wow. That is quite quick then. Also, we're not going to Euston. That'd be about another hour or so. I guess the guard doesn't want to beep us on this one. Yeah, we are almost there, so we've got to go via Kilsby Tunnel, which is in 4 miles, and that will then be that. There we go. Yeah, a good bit of fun on the Trent Valley. Again, so we'll get there in no time. What time did I actually say we're going to get there? 50. Oh, 3 minutes. All right. I should start coming down as we speed up. So it'll probably be about 2 minutes. And then that will then be that. There we go. Yes, after this it's then... Is it Coventry? No, that's a bit... I think that's further up, isn't it? Or is it? I can have a look on here, actually. Yeah, Coventry's up that way. It's like Birmingham International, then Birmingham New Street.
Smoking is prohibited on this service.
Alright.
This includes the toilets, which are fitted with sensitive
Okay,
smoke
yeah.
alarms.
After Rugby, I suppose, yeah, possibly Milton Keynes. Or sort of be the next sort of big station. Then sort of Watford Junction, then down into Euston. Yeah, my knowledge of the West Coast Mainline isn't as good as East Coast Mainline. Have we got TSR coming up? Oh, we don't want to slow down then, don't we? Oh. Ooh. We really got to pop that down quick then. Hello people, just gonna do the honk a little bit over. Don't panic, don't panic. Oh, there's an intersection there as well. Oh, we just went past it, didn't we? Yeah, I think we've passed it. Or have we? There were some workers back there. And we'll always get the TSR signs. And I think it starts when you've got the T. Yeah, it starts when you see the T, doesn't it? Yeah, it'll be coming up now. And that's probably the T coming up now. Or they said the 20 board. So we've got some works on the line. Not sure you're going 20, mate. Hang on, can we actually try and get max points for this? If we get max points for this scenario, something is wrong. Mere max points, it never happens. That's very nice, giving us a wave. There's some more people up the end there. We've got 30. Give him a few honks. Alright. That's quite cool to end the scenario with some engineering works. It said 30 was coming up, didn't it? I can't see anything just yet. That's probably a 30, yeah, there's the 30 there at the end. Right at the end we've got nice and slow. And then we end at the entrance to the tunnel, I think. Waving at us, wave back, hello. There you go, the digger there, digging up the side of the embankment, or cutting, yeah, cutting, that's the one. Well, there we go. That is that. Well, once we get to the marker, that will then be that. Into the tunnel, and then there you go. So now will now end, and the emergency brakes come on. We've got 975 points. Not maxed, I don't think, but cool. But yeah, that is going to be everyone for today. Well, for my midweek madness event slot here on the Train Sim Classic Day. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. I'm sure there'll be another ambassador on or dovetail, so stick around for the next video or stream, whatever it's going to be. But yeah, big thanks to Dovetail for the opportunity to show off the Trent Valley here on Train Sim Classic. But that's it from me. Links will probably be on the screen if I pop them in. And I'll see you all when I next see you. So see you. Thanks for watching. Take care. And well, yeah, see you in the next one. See ya.